Hi there, everybody. Russ Lewis here in the KHOU newsroom on a Monday afternoon. Hope you're having a good one. Want to give you a quick update here at 2:30 on some of the stories we see you clicking on our digital platforms today. The first one, and you may have received an alert about this Amber Alert that went out around Houston. We have an update for you if you didn't see it just a few minutes ago. We can tell you that 10-year-old Joshua Marin has been found. He is safe. The Amber Alert went out because he was last seen yesterday at about 5 o'clock. He was taken, police say, by his mom's ex-girlfriend, Nicole Harrison. We can tell you that the boy and Nicole Harrison were found at an inn in West Houston, and she has been taken into custody. And again, the boy is safe, so missing for not quite 24 hours. And again, the 10-year-old's okay, and the mom's ex-girlfriend there is under arrest today. So I want to give you that quick update here before we move on to let you know the good news with that Amber Alert. Okay, first it was an opposing pitcher. We saw that. Now the Astros team getting sued by a season ticket holder. Adam Wallach is his name. He's from Humble, and he filed a class action lawsuit on behalf of all season ticket holders for the Astros. It's over the sign stealing operation that happened back in 2017. So this guy wants to recover damages for the inappropriate increases in ticket prices that were based on, he says, the Astros winning the World Series. They win, ticket prices go up because it's a better team, people want to see. And now he also says that they're of diminished value because the Astros were caught cheating and have been punished severely by Major League Baseball. So he wants money for two different things there. We know that a former Major League pitcher filed a civil suit last week claiming unfair business practices and negligence. He claims that the Astros, in effect, ruined his career because he says they stole signs, they beat him up pretty good on the field, and he hasn't been able to pitch in the major leagues since. So that was last week's lawsuit. Now a season ticket holder filing a class action lawsuit against the Houston Astros for the sign stealing scandal. Jason Bristol's down in Florida for spring training. We've been talking to him over the last several days about this, and we'll have some more on the TV side coming up on the 411 today at 4 o'clock right after the Ellen Show. See what the Astros are up to today. They're still talking about this, the players are, as they're being asked by media and as these different things start to come up, these lawsuits and other things. So we'll let you know what's going on with the home team coming up later today. Also want to let you know that a charter flight carrying passengers from that quarantine cruise ship in Japan, American passengers, has landed at Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio. This is one of two charter flights. The other one went to Northern California, talking about approximately 340 Americans now back on U.S. soil. But here's the thing. Now they have to be quarantined for a couple of weeks to 14 days to make sure they don't have coronavirus. And that's what they'll be doing for the next 2 weeks at Lackland Air Force Base, on the military base there, kept away from everybody and monitored constantly to see if they have a fever or other symptoms of coronavirus. So imagine this. I mean, can you imagine? You go on a cruise, you're just going on vacation, this coronavirus thing breaks, people start getting sick. These people on this flight have already been quarantined almost 2 weeks on the cruise ship. They finally get off the cruise ship thinking they're going to get, back to their lives because they're not sick at this point. And now they're going to spend another 2 weeks on a military base. So by the time it's all said and done, those people on that plane are looking at almost a month away from home and away from everybody else. They thought they were just going on a week-long cruise. That's a rough vacation. All right, let's go to Addison right now. We've had some interesting weather around here, Addison. It's been, as you can see, they're foggy and muggy, but still warm.
Yeah, it's very odd, Russ. It feels like we are kind of like taking a step forward in towards, say, a spring, more summer-like feeling out there with that warmth and that moisture around. And certainly, it's around in abundance right there, up across the Galveston area. But I'm just going to go ahead and switch to one of our other web cameras just to show you how it looks across another portion of the metro area. Let's make our way towards, say, KHOU, for instance. You can see, now you can see a little more visibility right there. You can at least see past the boardwalk, but in some spots, it still looks like how Galveston is. Definitely right along the coast, we do have that much more thicker amount of moisture around, and as a result, the visibility is running on the low end of things. But from our own tower camera, we can see downtown, a little bit of some haze right there, kind of obscuring the visibility just a little bit. But overall, we still have a rather mild, kind of pleasant type Monday out there on this President's Day. Temperatures running high, 78 degrees. And with that south-southeasterly wind pumping in the moisture, we are definitely noticing that the warmth has been building on in ever since the morning hours. Dew points, that measure of moisture in the atmosphere, are running high, upper 60s to low 70s. Yeah, that's definitely more of a spring-like feeling out there as opposed to, say, right in the middle of the winter season, which we are still in technically, despite how it feels outside across the area. Winds are coming in out of the southeasterly direction. You can see some stronger winds up there near Wharton, for instance, Angleton. We have wind speeds roughly about 10 to 20 miles per hour, all coming off the south-southeasterly direction, pumping up the moisture off the Gulf. And as a result, our temperatures are responding quite nicely. Upper 70s to low 80s. We may even touch around 80 degrees before the day is done today. And in the past 24 hours, those numbers have improved nicely across the board for the most part. But pollen concerns are still running high, especially from the trees. We have to deal with cedar, ash, and oak all running high right there. Grasses and weeds running none, and mold just a little bit of a concern. So the setup outside, we do have an area of low pressure located just to our north, right around the border of Oklahoma, and we are still dealing with high pressure sitting all the way out there towards the east coast, pumping in that south-southeasterly flow of moisture right on up across much of eastern Texas. We're just waiting for this cold front to eventually drop on down, but typically when a cold front does pass us by, we kind of clear out the skies. We're bringing around a cool, crisp feeling in the air, at least this time of the year. But that won't be the case because that cold front will kind of stall just to our south, and as a result, be kind of like the focal point for more moisture and more rounds of wet weather to come our way, turning to a stationary front eventually. And that moisture, well, it's already streaming on in from the East Pacific, and we are still also getting that influence coming on in from the Gulf of Mexico as well. So kind of getting flanked right there from two sides with moisture pushing on in across the vicinity. And since today's President's Day, we are talking about how it feels a little bit more like Groundhog's Day, kind of like a repeat performance of the fog we had from yesterday morning. Happened this morning and will happen again for tomorrow morning as well. May even had some dense fog concerns before all is said and done for that morning commute on Tuesday. For your afternoon hours we go, we may see a few pockets of drizzle, maybe coming in a few isolated spots here and there, but as we're looking outside our studio windows right now, we do see a few rays of light shining on down. By the time we get towards tomorrow morning, we do see a few more pockets of spotty drizzle coming on in, but then much more of a higher rain chance will move on in across the vicinity through the afternoon to evening rush time frame as that cold front descends down from the northwesterly direction. Maybe seeing across our northern counties more of a higher chance for seeing actual rainfall come down as opposed to, say, some of the southern counties. By Wednesday morning, that cold front is situated just to our south, but you can still see there's a fair amount of shower activity still coming on in from Austin to just north of Houston, pushing all the way in across portions of Louisiana. And as that cold front still lingers nearby and goes into Thursday's time frame, we have more wet weather on the way, even some winter weather still coming in across the portions of the Texas Panhandle right there. Some snow and a little wintry mix for Amarillo and Lubbock. But look right there, Thursday morning. Northeasterly breeze coming down, cloud cover, rain all day long. That means our temperatures will barely warm up at all day long. In fact, they might even go down a few degrees as the day progresses. Going to the evening hours, the rain's still kind of hanging around, and when all is said and done, we may add up to, across our northern counties, maybe picking up about 1 to 2 inches of rainfall right there from Conroe northward. From, say, Harris County southward, we'll see less rain come on down. But nonetheless, it's still going to be a damp and dreary time frame for Wednesday and Thursday. For tonight, cloudy, warm, with the fog returning. Temperature is going to go down to only around 69 degrees, so not going to be a night where you're going to have the comforter on the bed. And then in for tomorrow and the next several days, here come those rain chances. Temperatures still running rather high out there for tomorrow afternoon, upper 70s. And then we watch those numbers go down nearly 20 degrees for Wednesday. We'll continue to have those numbers going down in throughout Thursday. Friday, we get a chance for bouncing up. And then making your way into Saturday, kind of repeat this trend of the weekends looking mainly nice. Weekdays, not so much the case. And right now, Sunday's time frame, temperatures near seasonable levels for both the highs and lows. But we're still keeping our eyes on a chance for seeing some scattered showers come our way of a cold front pushing on in across that vicinity. We'll have more information about the weather and the news at hand on the 411.